We have a question here, y equals negative 2 to the power 2 times x minus 3 plus 5. We have to draw the graph of this exponential function with the help of our transformation. So first of all, we should know that this 5 is our asymptote, and we have here our negative 2 to the power 2 times x minus 3. So our parent function is actually 2 to the power x. So what we have to do now is to write my transformation. So my x and y, I'm going to write like this. My transformation of x, because 2 is multiplying with x, so it means I have to divide 2 with it. And 3 is subtracting from x, so it means I have to add 3 in it. So my transformation of x is done. Now it's done for y, because there is a negative sign outside. So negative sign means that going to come with the y value. So there is no y value except 1, because anything which has no sign in it or no power number with it, we call it 1. So it will be negative y plus 5. That would be my transformation. Now what I have to do in order to draw, I need some coordinates. So for the x coordinates, let us assume some coordinates, and the most easier one are the negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, and 2. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put these values of x in my parent function. What is my parent function? 2 to the power x. I'm going to put negative 3 to this 2 to the power x. I will get 1 by 8. If I put negative 2, I will get 1 by 4. And for negative 1, I will get half. Similarly, for 0, I will get 1, because anything whose power is 0 is actually equals to 1. It's our exponential rule. And if I put 2 on it, 2 power 2 will make it 4. And that's our coordinates. So what I'm going to do these values, I have to put it in my transformation. How? Let's see the first one. I'm doing it with different color. Instead of x, I'm going to write negative 3. And instead of y, I'm going to write 1 by 8. And now I'm going to solve it. If I simplify this thing, I will get my x value, which will be 1.5, and my y value, which will be around 4.8. So this is my first coordinate. Now for the second, let's see. I have, instead of x, I'm going to write negative 2, and instead of y, I'm putting 1 by 4. So if I solve them, I will get 2 and 4.7. Similarly, all of these values I will get like this, one by one. This will be 2.5 and 4.5. Other one will be 3 and 4. Next one will be 3.5 and 3. And the last one will become 4.5, 4.1 and 1. So this is how I get all my values of these coordinates. Now, in order to draw, we don't need to use these blue coordinates. No, we need these green values, the values which I just ticked. I have to draw all these values in my graph. That will be my graph of this exponential function. But before that, the first thing which I have to do, I have to draw my line of asymptote. Now, if you remember, my line of asymptote here is actually the number which is 5 written here. This is my asymptote, and it's a y value, so I have to draw a dotted line on the y value. So where is my 5 on y value? If I count it, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yes, this line is going to be my asymptote. Now, what does this asymptote mean? This asymptote means that I am not allowed to cross this line or touch this line. My graph will go near to it, very close to it, but it will not gonna touch it or cross it. This is the rule for an asymptote. Now I'm gonna draw my points. Let's see. So my first point is 1.5 and 4.8. So it will be somehow here, and the next one will be 2 and 4.7. So it will be somehow here. Next one is 2.5 and 4.5. So you can see it's coming down one by one. And the next one is 3 and 4. It will be somehow here. And the other one is 3.5 and 3. So it will be further downward. And the last one is 4 and 1, so it will be here. So if I mark it properly, my points one by one, it will be like this coming down. And if I have to combine these points, I'm going to combine them. I'm going to draw a line across them, so it will be like this. It will be like this, going down. These all dots are going to connect with each other. So it will gonna go down. So this is a graph can be plot. Let's see, for example, let's see only the graph thing now. Let's suppose we have given some values and this time we have to draw the graph. And let's suppose my values or my coordinates are 8, 8, 5 and 6, 2 and 5, negative 1 and 4.5, negative 4 and 4.25, and negative 7 and 4.125. And my asymptote this time is 4. I'm just drawing the graph here, not telling you the transformation. The transformation is already done here. So we have the x-axis, we have the y-axis here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to draw my these points, these coordinates points. These are my transformed coordinates points. So I have to draw them in my graph. So my first point is 8, 8. So before that, keep this thing in mind that my asymptote is 4. So where my y will be 4, it will be here 4. So I have to draw a dotted line on my y. Every time I have to start with my asymptote. Don't forget it. So this is my line which I am not allowed to cross. Now the next thing which I have to do is to draw my coordinates. So these coordinates are with the gap of 2, 2, 4, 6, 8. Similarly these one as well. So now my 8, 8, my x is 8 and my y would be 8, it will be here somehow. And because my 8 is here, my asymptote is going to change, or I'm going to change these values. That will be more helpful. Instead of giving gap of 2 in the y-axis, I'm going to be giving gap of 1 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 will be here somehow. So now my first point will be, it will be 8 and 8. So where is my 8 and 8? It's somehow here. Then the next one is 5 and 6. So my 5 and 6 is here. Other one is 2 and 4. So 2 and 4 is somehow here. And next one is negative 1 and 4.5. So where is my negative? My negative 1 is on the other side and 4.5 is up there. The next one is negative 4 and 4.25. So it will be there. It's getting closer to the line. And the last one is negative 7 and 4.125. So it's further getting closer to this line of asymptote. So you can see it's getting closer and closer every time. So if I have to join them, it will gonna look like this. It's gonna increase. It's gonna increase from the line of asymptote, but it's not gonna touch my line of asymptote. That is the rule. So this is how we draw our graph.